All right. Two parts of one of the biggest stories of the 2024 NFL season. Brian Robinson, Austin Ekeler here with Bounty. What's going on, guys?
Thanks for having us, man. Yeah.
I want to start here. At this point, everybody's been through so many stations. Is there a question you're tired of answering?
No, it's all been good. I think there's a lot of good stuff to talk about from our season, so it's actually been pretty easy, pretty authentic.
So we just had somebody Jaden Daniels. He was literally the last person who was here. He's sitting in that chair right there. And he was talking about the emotional experiences of guys coming up to him or anybody coming up to him and saying, thank you for helping resurrect the franchise. And I don't think people get it. I have family in D.C., older, and they tell stories about the 80s and 90s, and it sounds like a different planet. Like just how proud the franchise was for that long. And then I grew up, 2003, 2004. I'm looking at it. It doesn't look like that. So what's been your favorite experience of Commanders fans over the past few months, just appreciating that to your public?
I think for me, and this is my third season with Washington, I think just seeing the fans come back, like full circle. My first year in Washington, fans were not present. They were not coming out for nothing. Just to see how much they've came back for us this year, it's exciting, and I know it's something that's going to definitely, they're going to build on to.
Yeah, and I'll say this because I came from the West Coast, right, with the Chargers.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of vibe out there for sure, and coming out to here, everyone's sitting down. And so when I get to the stadium out here, everyone's standing up. They got fight songs, there's a whole rowdiness to the crowd that you enjoy as a player. It's electric in that stadium. It's been pretty special. It's been pretty special to be a part of and really see people just get excited about having a football team that they're proud to represent them, in Washington.
The offense, the way it clicked this year was unbelievable. And I'm curious, if a GM calls you guys and said, hey, how did you guys make, and obviously Jaden Daniels being amazing is part of this, but how did you guys all make a rookie quarterback so successful so quickly? That's Kliff, that's you guys, that's the skill guys. Like, what went into that offense clicking pretty much immediately in September once Jaden starts doing it? Now, I'm looking at him in college. He played a lot of college ball, threw thousands of passes down at the college level over two teams. He could push the ball down the field against SEC defenses, but still, until you get to the NFL, you don't know. What was the key to getting that offense clicking that early?
I think the biggest thing was, number one, sending the ego out the door, and everyone literally just being on the same page and working as one, as a unit of one. Nobody above the program. We all just have one goal, one mission. And we all have to be on the same page if we want to accomplish, those goals and missions. And I think everyone bought into like what that process looked like, and we were on the same page from the start. And we built onto that. We built onto that brotherhood, and we just developed a strong chemistry within that offensive unit.
And then on top of that, I mean, that's the groundwork right there, right? Like, you can't have really any success, or it's really tough to have success without that to begin with. And then I think, you see any of the good teams, they're pretty well connected. Yeah. And then on top of that, you got to have some talent, right? You got to have some consistency. You got to have people that are playing well, right? Playing clean football, play calling that's being clean, so you throw coordinators in there as well. Got to have a good game plan, all the position coaches getting the guys ready to go. And then us as, players on Sundays got to make plays.
Yep. I'm curious, Peyton Manning was on the show a couple weeks ago. We're Omaha, so it was easy to get Peyton Manning on the show.
Nice.
But yeah, it was tough to get him down. He owns a company. And he was talking about why young quarterbacks have success. He would say the number one reason and the number one mistake teams make, changing play callers every single year. 3 play callers over the first 3 years. They're learning different languages, and all of a sudden the guy gets failed, and everybody says, what happened? Kliff coming back next year is just so massive for everything, and just continuity and all that stuff. And I'm wondering if you guys, just from someone who's not in meetings every day, not on the sideline, can put in perspective what year 2 of Kliff is going to look like with you guys as well.
I think after having a full year under his belt, he would definitely have a better plan, even better plan coming into next year after just seeing how this year played out for us, everything he liked and didn't like, just able to critique himself, over the offseason, and also, get a better feel for his personnel and going into the second year and just knowing how, he can, just be one step better than he was last year. And I feel like he's definitely going to take that step, and we all are going to,
For sure. I think Kliff Kliff's, what I like about Kliff is obviously the creativity, but he's also very open.
Yeah.
He's a very open guy. Like, hey, if I made a mistake, he's gonna call it out. Like he will take ownership in that. And then also he's open. He wants to hear from us. What do you guys want to hear? What do you guys want to run? What are you guys feeling? And I know there's been a lot of those conversations throughout the year, you know, depending on how people are playing, things like that, where they're like, hey, I want the ball more, and I want to hear, and things like that. And I had a conversation with them at the beginning of the year. And it's like, look, man, like, look, I can run routes, but you just throw me a swing pass, and I'll make something happen with it. Like, you don't have to get super creative and super crazy with my routes. Things. So I know I catch a lot of balls, but it's a lot of check downs, and then I just go get loose after that. And so, like, conversations like that, where it's like, okay, cool. Like, let me listen to my players if they're willing to speak up and talk about how they want to be used, because that's what he's put into his offense and implemented that.
I love that. Last thing for you, how much do people bring up the big hat thing?
They bring it up pretty often for me not to get enough love behind the scenes. I mean, it's definitely a big thing now, and it's like all I ever did was
start the whole thing.
Exactly.
That's all you did.
Wait a minute, can I get the backstory here? Because I don't know the backstory.
Bro,
You know the big hat?
I know that, yeah.
I heard they was going out of business almost at this time, and a friend of mine gave me a big hat before like my first 100-yard game, and I wore the hat like as celebration in the locker room.
Yeah.
And the big hats increased like 2,000% that next week, and from that point on, Noggin Boss has gotten, they've signed with NFL, NBA, NHL, all these major leagues.
You reached out to him?
I haven't. Like I'm trying to build up my resume.
Yeah.
So I can, so I can slam it.
You should get credit for this. Like that, you started it. Like there's no like, oh, it was gonna pop anyway. No.
Wow.
It was you in the locker room. I think
Wow.
Sam 48 put the photo out. Next day, everybody wants a big
Went
hat.
viral, huh?
That's a trendsetter. That's a trendsetter.
I need that.
I know. We agree. We agree.
Sure.
We'll send the tape. We'll send the tape to them. All right. Well, tell us what you guys are doing with Bounty.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here with Bounty. You know, it's been a great partnership. We appreciate them having us on the floor out here. You know, you can't have football without wings, and you can't have wings, of course, without Bounty. And it's been an authentic brand for me. I've been working with them, used them for years, and so they got us out here on the floor, you know, repping the brand, and we're proud to.
Awesome. Thanks,
And
guys.
it cleans up everything.
Yeah, I you had both of you guys had wings on your hands earlier before we did it.
I'm catching wings and
we're
stuff.
good.
I
You're
got
catching-
barbecue sauce everywhere, so shout out to Bounty for keeping it all clean.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.